Before Brazil ever had a name, its vast lands were home to millions of indigenous people. Tribes like the Tupi-Guarani Tapuia and Ticuna lived in forests, mountains, and river systems. They farmed cassava, fished in the Amazon, and developed complex languages and cultures. These tribes traded across long distances and held spiritual beliefs tied to nature.
Brazil wasn't empty land. It was a world full of vibrant communities long before Europeans arrived.
This is where the story of Brazil truly begins, in the heart of a land shaped by indigenous wisdom, nature, and centuries of ancestral tradition. The heart of Brazil beats with the stories and traditions passed down through generations. Each tribe played a crucial role in the intricate web of life that thrived in these ancient lands. As the seasons changed, so did the rhythms of life for these tribes, celebrating harvests, honoring ancestors, and connecting deeply with the earth that sustained them. Through their deep respect for nature, they nurtured the land and its resources, ensuring that future generations could thrive in harmony with their environment. In the year 1500, the Portuguese explorer Pedro Álvares Cabral landed on the coast and claimed the territory for Portugal, calling it Terra de Vera Cruz, now known as Brazil, inspired by the striking red Brazilwood tree. At first, the Portuguese showed little interest, except for extracting wood, unaware of the land's massive potential, while indigenous populations watched with curiosity and concern. Soon the Portuguese realized the land's true potential, leading to the beginning of colonization, as missionaries arrived to convert indigenous populations to Christianity. This moment marked the beginning of Portuguese influence, language, religion, and governance that still shape Brazil today, while also starting deep cultural clashes and dramatic changes to indigenous life. As the settlements grew, cultural exchanges began, marked by a blend of cooperation and tension, highlighting the resilient spirit of indigenous populations facing unprecedented change. By the mid-1500s, Brazil became the world leader in sugar production, where Portuguese settlers built huge plantations along the coast, resulting in an explosion in labor demand and tragically leading to the import of millions of enslaved Africans. Brazil would become home to the largest enslaved population in the entire Atlantic slave trade, where African culture, music, religion, and food merged deeply into Brazilian identity. Sugar made Brazil incredibly wealthy and incredibly unequal as the colonial elite grew powerful, while indigenous and African communities suffered under brutal exploitation. The legacy of sugar production created a stark divide in Brazilian society, a history marked by both immense wealth for a privileged few and enduring struggles for the marginalized. Today, Brazil continues to grapple with its complex history, where the echoes of sugar slavery and colonial wealth resonate through its culture and society, prompting ongoing conversations about equity and reconciliation. As Brazil moves forward, the legacies of sugar and slavery remain intertwined with national identity, shaping a culture rich in diversity and resilience, while inspiring future generations to advocate for justice and equality. In the 1600s, the profitable sugar industry attracted the attention of the Dutch, who invaded northeastern Brazil. They captured major cities like Recife and controlled large parts of the sugar region. But Brazilian resistance grew, and after several battles, Portugal regained control. This era left lasting marks, new architecture, cultural mixes, and advances in plantation management.
The Dutch episode showed that Brazil was becoming a battleground for European powers and a territory of enormous global importance.
The conflict not only shaped the history of Brazil, but also fostered a sense of identity and resistance among its people. The struggle against the Dutch not only left physical scars, but also forged a strong national identity that would define Brazil for generations to come. Today, these events are remembered as a testament to Brazilian strength and resilience, shaping the nation's history and cultural heritage. The legacy of the Dutch invasion and Brazilian resistance continues to resonate, reminding modern generations of their storied past and the fight for sovereignty. Everything changed when gold was discovered in the region of Minas Gerais, igniting a frenzy as thousands rushed inland to stake their claims. This influx birthed towns like Ouro Preto, where the sounds of hammers striking gold reverberated through the air, marking Brazil as the world's largest gold producer for nearly a century. The Portuguese crown imposed heavy taxes, but despite the financial burdens, wealth flowed through the colony like a river, fueling urban growth and the flourishing of art and architecture. This golden age saw the rise of a powerful Brazilian-born class, forever altering the social fabric of the region. Churches rose majestically across the landscape. Each stone laid a testament to the faith and prosperity brought by the gold boom. As wealth accumulated, so did the calls for autonomy, setting the stage for a future where Brazil would seek to forge its own identity away from colonial oversight. The bustling marketplace echoed with life, a clear indication of how the gold rush transformed Brazil's economy, enriching lives and fostering a vibrant culture. Beneath the surface, miners worked tirelessly, driven by dreams of riches, their efforts a powerful reminder of the human spirit in the quest for fortune. By the late 1700s, inspired by global revolutions, Brazil began developing its own independence movements. Groups like the Inconfidência Mineira, led by Tiradentes, dreamed of a free nation. In 1808, everything accelerated when the Portuguese royal family fled to Brazil due to Napoleon's invasion. They moved the entire court to Rio de Janeiro, turning the colony into the center of the Portuguese Empire. For the first time, Brazil became important not as a colony, but as a capital. The ideas that fueled the aspirations for independence continued to thrive, laying the foundation for a future where Brazil would stand as its own nation. As sentiments for freedom grew stronger, various factions began to unite under a common goal, pushing for a declaration that would change Brazil forever. When the moment finally arrived, the streets erupted with joy, signifying the end of colonial rule and the birth of a new nation. With the Declaration of Independence, Brazil began to forge its identity, uniting its people in a shared vision for the future.
In 1822, Prince Dom Pedro I declared Independência ou Morte, as Brazil separated from Portugal without a massive war marking a unique moment in Latin American history.
Instead of becoming a republic, Brazil established itself as an empire under Dom Pedro I, whose reign brought early stability, but also faced conflicts and political challenges.
Independence did not resolve everything. Slavery persisted, inequality was rampant, and tensions simmered. But Brazil emerged as its own nation, ready to shape its destiny.
With its newfound independence, Brazil began to forge a distinct identity, blending cultures and traditions as citizens aspired for unity and progress despite the lingering challenges. Amidst the celebrations, leaders like Dom Pedro I focused on drafting a constitution, laying the groundwork for governance in a nation eager to explore its potential. As Brazil ventured forward, the agricultural sector saw growth, with farmers banding together and bustling markets emerging, signaling an era of new opportunities and economic promise. Dom Pedro II ascended to the throne as a child, yet he transformed into one of the most revered leaders in Brazilian history. His reign was marked by significant progress, including the establishment of railways, telegraphs, and a flourishing cultural scene. Despite these advancements, the empire began to weaken as military officers and elites grew increasingly discontented. In 1889, Brazil witnessed a peaceful overthrow of the monarchy, leading the nation into a new era as a republic. This pivotal moment in history signified not just the end of Dom Pedro II's reign, but also the beginning of a new chapter for Brazil and its people. As the republic took shape, the nation experienced a surge of political engagement and civic participation, embracing its newfound identity. The excitement and optimism of the republic were palpable as citizens celebrated their independence and worked towards defining their new government. Yet challenges loomed large for the fledgling republic as it grappled with economic struggles and political divisions. In the years between 1889 and 1930, Brazil's early republic saw the dominance of powerful states like São Paulo and Minas Gerais, shaping the nation's political landscape through what was known as coffee with milk politics, where coffee exports held significant importance. During this era, industrialization emerged. Gradually, cities expanded, yet political influence remained confined to a select elite, creating a stark divide as social inequality intensified and workers began to raise their voices for change. By the close of this period in 1930, the existing political system faced a dramatic collapse, setting the stage for a profound transformation in Brazil's governance. As the demand for change grew stronger, laborers united in factories across Brazil, their faces filled with a resolve to fight for improved working conditions and rights, which became a significant catalyst for societal transformation. This unrest culminated in large-scale political rallies where citizens congregated in urban squares, passionately waving banners that called for reform, showcasing the powerful momentum building against the established elite and signaling the impending shifts in the nation's political landscape. Getúlio Vargas took power in 1930, reshaping Brazil through nationalism, industrial expansion, and a strong centralized government. He created labor laws, pushed modernization, and built national identity. But he also ruled with authoritarian control during the Estado Novo dictatorship. Vargas' influence was enormous, both celebrated for reforms and criticized for repression. His era defined modern Brazilian politics and industry. The legacy of Getúlio Vargas continues to resonate in Brazil, influencing future generations and shaping the nation's identity. The stories and debates surrounding his leadership remain a dynamic part of Brazil's historical narrative. As scholars continue to analyze his era, Vargas is seen not just as a ruler, but as a pivotal figure in shaping Brazil's socio-political landscape. The Vargas era is not just a chapter in history, but an enduring topic of discussion and analysis that shapes contemporary Brazilian identity. As Brazil moves forward, the lessons from Getúlio Vargas's time remain crucial in understanding both the triumphs and challenges of the nation. After World War II, Brazil faced a tumultuous journey as Vargas fell from power, leading the nation through alternating periods of democracy and crisis. New presidents aimed their efforts on development and foreign investment, culminating in the inauguration of Brasilia in 1960, designed to embody modernity. Yet the shadows of corruption, inflation, and deepening political divides cast growing tension across society. As political leaders gathered in heated discussions, the cracks in Brazil's democracy became increasingly apparent, with economic reports illustrating the mounting pressures on governance. Outside citizens took to the streets, their voices rising in unison, demanding change and accountability, marking a pivotal moment in Brazil's ongoing struggle for stability. In an attempt to address the growing dissatisfaction, government officials held press conferences facing the media's relentless scrutiny while struggling to communicate their plans for recovery. Meanwhile, in classrooms across the nation, young minds debated the future of Brazil, grappling with the ideals of democracy against the backdrop of a tumultuous political landscape. In 1964, a military coup led to the establishment of a strict dictatorship in Brazil, marked by the suppression of opposition and increased censorship, leaving many citizens imprisoned or vanished. While Brazil experienced economic growth known as the Brazilian miracle, inequality deepened and repression grew more intense, creating an atmosphere of fear among the populace. By the 1980s, escalating protests and a looming economic crisis compelled the military regime to confront the demand for a return to democracy. Finally, the years of struggle and sacrifice culminated in victory as Brazil celebrated the restoration of democracy, heralding a new chapter filled with hope. The return to democracy in Brazil was marked by a sense of unity and relief, as families rejoiced and hopeful citizens looked forward to a brighter future. The end of the military dictatorship paved the way for educational reforms and community celebrations, empowering a new generation to actively participate in their nation's democratic journey. In 1988, Brazil adopted its modern constitution, marking the dawn of a new democratic era that guaranteed freedoms and rights for its citizens. Elections returned, bringing leaders like Fernando Henrique Cardoso and Lula da Silva to the forefront, who played pivotal roles in shaping Brazil's new era. Through effective policies, Brazil reduced poverty, stabilized its economy, and emerged on the global stage as a rising power. This era marked a transformation for Brazil as it not only focused on domestic improvements, but also took significant steps to assert itself internationally. Brazil's commitment to democracy inspired civic engagement among its citizens, resulting in a society that actively participated in shaping its future. Education became a cornerstone of this new era, with initiatives aimed at teaching future generations the importance of democracy and civic responsibility. Cultural events flourished, fostering a sense of unity and pride among citizens as they celebrated their democratic achievements and addressed ongoing challenges together. Brazil emerged as a dynamic country in the 21st century, hosting both the 2014 World Cup and the 2016 Olympics, celebrating its cultural richness while simultaneously grappling with political challenges and economic changes. As an agricultural giant, Brazil's fields brim with produce, while its urban centers echo with the voices of citizens, highlighting a nation marked by both progress and ongoing struggles. Yet amidst its achievements, Brazil faces significant challenges with deforestation in the Amazon and widespread calls for reform as citizens unite to demand accountability and sustainability. In modern Brazil, culture thrives through colorful celebrations and deep-rooted traditions, while the democratic process remains a focal point for its people as they navigate political complexities. The heart of Brazil beats through its marketplaces and artistic expressions where entrepreneurship flourishes alongside the stories of resilience and aspiration that shape its future. Education lights the path for Brazil's youth, while the vibrant cities stand as testaments to the nation's growth and potential in the global arena. Brazil today is known for its vibrant culture, filled with samba carnival and legendary football stars, while also celebrating its indigenous roots, African resilience, and European influences. Its history reflects a blend of indigenous roots, African resilience, and European influence, painting a picture of a nation rich in diversity and tradition. Brazil's story continues to evolve as its identity remains one of the richest and most diverse in the world, celebrated through art, sport, and community. From its stunning landscapes to its rich culinary traditions, Brazil captivates with its unique blend of cultures and an ever-evolving identity that continues to inspire the world. Every corner of Brazil tells a story, reflecting a culture that embraces innovation while honoring its deep roots and diverse communities. This blend of tradition and modernity creates a unique cultural landscape where celebrations, sports, and art resonate with the spirit of the Brazilian people. From ancient tribes of the Amazon to the rise of a modern global powerhouse, Brazil's journey is a story of resilience, culture conflict, and unforgettable transformation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Brazil's history, make sure to like the video, share it with others who love history, and subscribe to History Unlock for more incredible historical journeys from around the world. Your support helps us unlock more countries, more eras, and more powerful stories from the past. Thanks for watching, and get ready because our next historical adventure is coming soon. Join us as we continue to explore the rich stories that shape our world, uncovering the layers of history that connect us all. Stay tuned for more captivating tales that celebrate humanity's journey through time and the incredible stories waiting to be told. We invite you to journey with us into histories yet uncovered as we unlock the past and discover the connections that unite us. Every story has the power to inspire, and together we will explore the tales that shape our shared human experience in the chapters yet to unfold.